All right, well, today we're going to be looking at how to oil your Hammond organ. And I realise this is an unbelievably niche topic to do a video about. So for the 5 people who actually searched for this one's for you. For the regular viewers and the subs, hi, thank you for sticking around. Today, the Hammond organ. Now, I bought this organ kind of on a whim and basically just because it somehow managed to fit in my car and hasn't really been looked after for a really long time. So I'm just going through the process of trying to give it some love, trying to extend its life. I wasn't actually planning on filming the process, so I'm sorry the lighting is terrible, the shooting is terrible. This is a Hammond L102. You might have a different model, but I think what you'll learn here will hopefully apply to your Hammond as well. So first thing, let's do a general look around the geography of the Hammond L102. Here we have the percussion amplifier, here is the vibrato amplifier, a reverb tank. And this is our reverb and power amp. And over here is where someone's installed the connection for the Sharma/Leslie speaker. This is where all the tone wheels live and where we're going to be oiling. Luckily there's some access spots, which means I don't have to disconnect and pull the whole thing out. From the research I did, you do have to be very specific about the kind of oil that you use, so you don't end up damaging or drying out the mechanism. So I found this very specific Hammond organ oil from WD Greenhill & Co. I'll put a link in the description where you can get it in the UK or whichever country you're in. Make sure you get proper Hammond oil. Okay, I'm a bit of a crossroads here because I don't know exactly how much oil to put in here, but let's just do it and see what happens. Now, a lot of people online said don't over oil it because you could potentially damage it, and some people were using quite a lot of oil. So in response to what I just said, then I ended up using over 3/4 of the bottle because it hadn't been oiled since 1979. What you're supposed to do is just use a tiny bit every year. I did it on the 17th of January and set a calendar reminder so that every year I know to oil it again. From what I've heard, it does take about a couple of weeks to a month to properly set in, but this is still kind of like online forum advice, so who knows. Okay, the first place we're going to oil is the motor, and there are 2 places on there that need oiling. There are these little caps that you have to push open, and they are quite fiddly, especially with the angle you need to go at to oil them. Get in, there you go. Alright, the next place is this little funnel between the percussion and vibrato amps. So I can't actually reach the funnel in there, so I'm going to need some kind of tube. Luckily, I thought of just the thing. We've got a pen here. I'm going to use it as a feeding tube for the organ. And there you go. Depending on what type of pen you have, you don't even need to break off the end. As I said before, I did end up actually putting in a lot more oil than what I'm showing this video, but this is the only part of it I filmed. Okay, so the next funnel is to the right of the percussion amp. Now there are also these little extensions of the trough that those funnels go to, and they are at either ends of the tone wheel unit. I think normally oiling the funnels is enough, but just because of the amount of time from its last oiling, I'm going to put some oil in here as well just to get it spread around as much as possible. Alright, that's it. That's how you oil your Hammond organ. Your organ might have the funnels in slightly different places, but it's going to be pretty similar, so just make sure you do a little search for your model just in case. Now, I'm no expert in this whatsoever, and I'm sure there's going to be some people in the comments telling me I've done it wrong. Looking at you, organforum.com. Fine, if you've got some good advice, please put it in the comments because it's good for us all to learn how to service these instruments. And yeah, don't be scared of trying to do it yourself. Like, I think this is unfortunately a dying pool of knowledge, especially when it comes to instruments that are like 60, 70 years old. And yeah, I've learned so much by going through this process, and it's something that I can take into other projects that I do. And if you do end up working on your own organ, please post videos on here, because the more information we have on here, the better we can troubleshoot issues, the better life we can give to these instruments, and ultimately the longer we can use them to make music, because that's the whole point. Anyway, if you enjoyed this or found it helpful and you want to support me, please consider heading over to Bandcamp and buying some of my music. Follow me in all the places. Why not leave a comment? Why not give a like? Why not subscribe? And get the right oil. Thank you. Goodbye. Spotify.